see. So one of the other movies, I actually watched this last night, right? So this is called Parallel, Parallel, right? And I liked it. I thought, there's some really good things about this. Like, it's not, above average, right? Because I know everybody else thinks it's below average, but I'm like, it's okay. One thing I found going into it was kind of sad because, like, before I watched it, I went and read, the reviews. Oh, look, even the NZ Art House is putting it out there. So, who are these guys? So they've reviewed a few. Look, and I should say they've noted a few that I have very similar taste to, right? Because you can see here. So, but like they've only put one review out, and to be honest, it's good to read some of the positive and negative. So I'm going to read a positive and a negative review from somebody else before we go to see the trailer, because this is what a lot of people will do right now, is actually go and read the reviews for it before actually going to watch the movie. So I really enjoyed this movie, he says, or she says, right? This is New Zealand NZ Art House. So yeah. All right. So there's someone who likes art house movies. From New Zealand, I guess. Otherwise, why would you have NZ at the start of your name, right? Like we have Plunge NZ, Plunge Cast NZ. So I really enjoyed this movie. Respect to any team that can pull off a low budget production with only 3 casts and keep me engaged start to finish. I felt that way personally too. I thought this was a really cool, very minimal, what do you call it, like a studio production type thing. It was like, it was set in like kind of like a singular location. And you'll see when I play the trailer, right? And so an interesting plot. And that's what I thought, why I watched it, because I thought it was an interesting plot, right? And the fact that it had black people in it, that meant nothing to me, because you could basically switch that out to anybody. And this is what this is like interesting about, that you could like switch these characters out in this movie to anybody from any country, anywhere, any ethnic race, whatever, right? So no special effects here, but the sci-fi mystery theme, and it had enough interesting twists to satisfy the sci-fi fan. Yeah, I felt the same way. I think this is really cool. So this is, here we go. So based on the 2019 Chinese movie, I don't know that, Parallel Forest. So we can have a look at that as well, right? It'll be good to have a look at that trailer as well to see how they did that. So here's the thing. So a lot of times, I've mentioned this in the past with this show, that Bollywood kind of takes a lot of things from the West, right? And they incorporate it into their own stories. One of the big Sholay, which is Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and a couple others in there. And there's also they did a Matrix take, and there's a lot of that. And there was like, I played Disco Dancer a while back on here, the trailer for that, and I had Niobe on there, which reminds me, just earlier on today, I did a whole 3.5-hour show with Niobe Comics, Larry, and Art Victim. It's very interesting if you're just getting into comics, or if you're looking at crowdfunding, or if you're looking at publishing. And we talked to a colorist on there, writer. So check that out. That was just early on today. On the, a conversation with, and it was a really cool conversation. That's why I wanted to do in that sort of format. So we had about 4 or 5 other guests on. So that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. That was Pete, Nick Capone, Phil Leon, Art Victim, of course, Larry. So you can, when you have chance, check that out. So yeah, I really like this. I think, this is like, kind of like, basically you've got 3 people on here, but they look different because of what this movie is about. So let's go and have a look at a negative thing. I thought it was really sad to hear this, the way someone here would say that and this is one of the saddest thing I've seen, and it's so victim mentality. And I talk about victim mentality here, right? And about trauma and stuff. So this is, I would say, a black person, like a black American, because a African wouldn't talk this way, right? A native person from their own native country wouldn't talk this way. But I think there's some sort of like a victimhood that's going on, and has been going on for a while, but especially in the black American community. And, you know, and the thing there is that I've seen some amazing talent come out of those communities, like in any community, right? Like, you know, people think that just because you're black, then you're a victim instantly. It's your mindset. I mean, money's the only difference in this world between whether you make it in life or you don't. Your talent is what will take you further, or it will keep you back, because you could become a victim of your talent. You know, you could think like, why can't everybody, you know, support me? I've got this great talent. Or the fact is your attitude is wrong, and that could hold you back as well. So this is somebody's attitude here that I thought was pretty, you know, pretty hardcore when it came to this movie, because like I said, I wanted to watch it because it's a sci-fi. I didn't care who was in it. I like the idea of the parallel universe. This is something that I'm working on right now as a comic book creator with my my Zoolandia series, which is a parallel world, right? And I've written like stuff like that in the past as well, which we haven't put out anywhere, but it's there, you know, like kind of like a multiverse murder mystery kind of thing, right? And all the different worlds have different things happening in them. So here it goes. Never saw something like this. You know, and this is just what, 2 days ago this review was written. This movie is unbelievable. You check the credits and finally an all-black cast, but then you're reminded Hollywood, North America, will never give black people a chance. How is that even a thing? Like, how is this even a thing when every person, every white, like not every, but most 90%, hold on, 60 to 70% of original white characters are being turned into black characters. What do you mean they're not giving a chance? Jay-Z and them are billionaires, right? You've got all these people, Yee, right, is out there like billionaire, right? And all these people, like you had a black president, not giving a chance. This is just weird how like you have this victim mentality in people sometimes. And it's sad, you know, because that's a miserable place to be in humanity. So he carries on, right? The only way they put an all-black cast, as if the plot makes sure that all of them will suffer forever. Oh, sorry, read that again. The only way they will put an all-black cast is, right, is if the plot makes them, all of them, I think it's just the way it's written. I can't, yeah. As if the plot makes sure that all of them will suffer forever, right? No matter what dimension they're in, every single multiverse option found by the characters is somehow worse than the other. Basically, you know, black people are never allowed to find happiness, because in America, every single dimension is designed to bring you down. Did I not just mention that you guys had, what, a black president for 8 years, and people only voted for him because he was black? And he was a terrible president. He drone bombed people overseas, innocent people, and an American as well amongst them. Americans amongst them, I should say. You know, he like drone bombed a wedding party, right? So yeah, triggering. Yeah, he's triggered. I'm done with American movies. It's not a token to die in the first half of the movie and then all of them will suffer forever. Disappointing. So let's, you know, it's just such a sad thing to just give it 1. I gave it a 6, and then someone gives it, you know, 6 as well, and then you got 8, and you got 8. And it was well made and entertaining. Now I have to say that it was very well made and entertaining. And here's the thing, like I mentioned before, I read a New Zealand guy reviewing, or lady reviewing, because it's NZ Art House, right? New Zealand Art House. I would say this is a New Zealand thing. So we look at it in a different way, right? And you see, they, male or female, give it an 8 out of 10. I gave it a 6, which for me is better than average. And you know, and this movie is really good in the sense, and I don't mean like it could have been better. Yes, it could have been better, but it's good in an entertaining way. You could enjoy watching it, and you'd have fun watching this, you know, if you saw it, because it is a good movie, and the talent and the skills they brought to it is really good. You know, it doesn't deserve a 4.8. That's why I said it deserves a 6, right? Follows a journey. So it's a drama sci-fi thriller. And like I said, it's only three cast members in it. And it's written from, let me have a look. Sorry, let me grab this again, bring this out so I can get the whole thing. It's not giving me the whole thing. So let me pop back over to the other one so we can see the other one. Because like I said, this is a good movie. Like, it's above average, and you will enjoy it if you watch it, right? But I'm not sure why it's crisping out on my, more information here. Usually, where are we? Cast, here we go. That's what I was looking at. So Aldis Hodge, right? Aldis Hodge is a great actor, right? He's a great actor. I kind of found Danielle Deadwyler a bit tiring, but she was the main character in it, so it's kind of like hard for her, when you got all that pressure to, try to bring out what you got to bring out. And for some people, this will be too real, right? And because in the sense of what the story is kind of like focused on main way, like 2/3 of the story is about a loss in their family. And that's why I said you could put this in, like, it's based on a Chinese movie, right? Parallel Forest. But like, you could put anybody anywhere in the world and tell a story. You could tell already done by Chinese. You could put this in Fiji, you could make it work, right? You could put this in India and make it work, because anybody who's had a loss like this, right? And I don't want to give the plot away because it's very important. You would straight away understand, right? It's a very stressful situation. It's a situational drama, sci-fi thing where they're stuck in a house, and then the forest is playing this, role in it. So, it's like, if you look at it, like Aldis Hodge was writing it, and so was Edwin Hodge, right? They're brothers, right? Hopefully they're brothers. And so, the brothers are writing it, and so it's great to see, kind of family come together, do something like that. So Danielle, I don't know much about Danielle. I know Aldis, right? And so Danielle, in a sense, she did, I guess she did an okay job. I just found, I don't know, I think she actually, to be honest, I think she might have done a good job, because I can't fault her for any of her, acting in it, because of what the role was. So, actress producer known for Station 11, The Harder They Fall, and of course Till. I don't know what Till is. Right. So in 1955, after Emmett Till is murdered in a brutal lynching, his mother vows to expose the racism behind the attack while working to have those involved brought to justice. So it's a prime video drama, biography crime drama, right? So it's based on a true story. So that's that. But Aldis, he's got some great credits, I should say. He's been on some great movies. Yeah. Where are we? So where's his biography? Yeah. So you got Carter Hawkman, right, out there. Carter Hall as Hawkman. Marmalade, haven't seen that. Voice acting as Jon Stewart. I kind of like that. I like his voice acting as Jon Stewart. Some horror movies, a Magic Camp, not sure what that is. But yeah, he's been for a while, right? He's been around for a while. So, and his skills, as an actor is great. And long line of, but now I'm not sure if this is his first film that he's written. Oh yeah, it is. So it's his first film that he's written, right? So parallel. So yeah. And so let's have a quick look at the director, and then we'll go on to actually looking at the trailer. And I think it's important to know what's involved before you see the trailer as well. Because, the first time everybody sees anything is a trailer, right? But I think sometimes it's good to look at the creative side of things like this and look deeper into who's doing what. Now, I just had it there, sorry. So the director is Kourosh Ahari, right? So, and if I remember right, he's Iranian. Right, is there Pusher? Let me just find out a bit more about. I think is it the Night I've seen maybe of his? I'm not sure, but I think I'm sure I've seen one of his movies before. Yeah, Iranian. There you go. So Kourosh, and so yeah, I think he did a good job on this, and so let's have a look at the trailer. Finally, right? I've made you wait long enough. But yeah, it's like I said, I saw it last night, and it's really, you won't be disappointed.
Vanessa, everything okay?
There's something wrong with this place.
What do you mean?
Out in the forest.
Vanessa.
I kept walking around. It's like I was in some kind of loop.
I love you, but you need help. I lost a son. I don't want to lose you too. It's the anniversary of Obi's death.
I can't talk about this right now.
You gotta be patient with her. It will be all right.
Didn't your dad say they did experiments around here?
They shut the facility down. The forest was reclaimed as a preservation. He was searching for something. He lost his mind. And now I'm losing my wife.
Everything okay?
This place is strange.
Alex?
We never met. From a different space and time.
What are these spaces?
Fragmented versions of the world. The paradox is that we can't coexist. The space is already occupied by another version of ourselves.
My son, is there a chance he's alive?
Every space I've searched for, he's dead.
Maybe you haven't looked hard enough.
I'm closing the space.
I think we can find him.
Humans have never fully been in control. She's not Vanessa!
We can't exist in the same space. My son, he's still out there, and I need to find him.
I hate it when it jumps to something else. It's like one of those annoying things that they do there. So yeah, do check out Parallel. I think, hopefully my review or, in this has made you want to watch it. And I think the Hodge brothers did a really good job. I think it's a great indie film. It's a great low budget indie film. And it has, I don't know how else they could have told the story or anything like that, because it's just the way it was placed. It was enjoyable. The scenery is beautiful. I think I would have liked to see more of the ocean, or like the lake or whatever it is, the river that surrounds the beach. The forest, and it just, you won't go away feeling hollow or empty, not think about it. Because when I was looking at it now, I think I'd give it a 7 out of 10, because I having to reminisce about it, or go over what it was. And I think it's a really emotional journey. I think, now I can tell you about this, the spoiler, in the sense that I can tell you about the fact that there's a brother, there's a wife, and there's the husband. And the brother's watching his brother and his wife, and his wife, going through the stress a year later of having lost their young son, and due to whatever, and now they're dealing with it, and how hard is for them to deal with that. In the middle of that, you know, they're dealing, she starts having these visions or whatever, and having to find herself lost, not only mentally because of, and emotionally because of the loss of her son, but also lost with her marriage, and now lost physically in this multi-dimensional space. And so I think it's you know, you guys won't, you know, hopefully, you know, you give this movie a watch, that you'll give Parallel a watch, and that you'll, you know, I if you have the time, I recommend checking it out, because you won't get bored. You know, I didn't feel bored. I watched all the way through, and you know, it delivered the way it should deliver as an indie, low-budget film. It was a good story, the way it was set up. It didn't try to be any more than it is, and with a black cast, it was really well done. It didn't go into like, oh, race or anything like that. It was good to see that it didn't, because it was just about a family dealing with loss, and a marriage that feels like it's going to fall apart any moment. And not only that, then to find that there's so many different things going on in that movie, right? So give Parallel a chance. I'll give you the link also for the you know, the actual IMDb page, so you can actually watch the preview, the trailer for it. And I'm glad that the Hodge brothers, basically, you know, Aldis and his brother, there, I think, was it Kevin? What is his brother's name? Gosh, Edwin, right? Yeah, Aldis and Edwin. So the link is for that is in the chat now, so you can check it out. But yeah, I think this is a, you know, for the budget, for the location, for the actual story, and the fact is, you know, I'm satisfied with the movie. And it, like I said, there was no sort of discussion about race or anything like that, because a lot of times when you have some of these movies, they start, you know, trying to push some sort of agenda on down your throat, make you feel bad about that. And I think this is a good movie, so check it out. You know, Parallel 2024 has just been out, and I think it's on streaming, so you can, you know, check it out on this. I think is it on Prime, or because I'm not sure who's putting it out, but yeah, it's, you know, VOD, you know, video on demand. Oh, I think it was Shudder, if I remember right. It was on Shudder, so you can watch it on Shudder. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me. Like I said, I'll keep these Monday shows to half an hour live streams, because I, you know, just talking about three or four movies is enough to get you for your week to, you know, check out some movie or animation or anime or a TV show that you know, that I can play a trailer for. So wherever you are, be well. Have a good day, good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. And if you have a loved one close by, let them know that you care and give them a hug and a kiss. But if they're not close by, let them know on you know, social media, tweet, you know, send them a text, give them a call, just so they know that you care. And you don't know who might need it right now, you know. So ka kite ano. We'll see you next week on the show again. More movies, more fun, guys. Don't hate Mondays, right? So if you're just seeing this for the first time, please, you know, if you like what I do here on this channel, give us a like, subscribe, and also share out the links. Let people know that, you know, what we're doing out here. I appreciate it. Ka kite ano. Have a great week, guys. See you next week with the movie show.